ladies and gents. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. Welcome to Timeless Personal Growth and Development. Got a great topic for you today. We're talking about self-doubt and why it's important. So, I'm sure you've been through this when you were a kid, when I was a kid, and when you're young. You're unsure of yourself. You don't know about how the world works. So what do? You turn to people. You turn to people who are older than you. Turn to people who are more experienced. People who are hopefully wiser than you. And you talk to them. Talk about your concerns, your insecurities, your self-doubt and how you're feeling, blah, blah, blah. But usually you would get told the same thing when they're trying to boost your confidence. Don't worry about this. You got this. Don't doubt yourself. Don't worry about it. What are you afraid for? Just do it. Not saying that's bad advice. That's good. But it's okay to have that fear. It's okay to have that self-doubt, if you will. And you need that. And you cannot go through life feeling sure and certain of yourself in every single thing you do. That is not reality. That's not how the world works. Self-doubt is necessary and you need it. Why? Because it gives you a different perspective of things. That you may have not seen otherwise. And I remember hearing I think it was an interview with Pierce Brosnan years ago, watching a video on YouTube, and they asked him, what's the difference between him, Pierce Brosnan, and the character he plays, James Bond? And he said the only thing that really feels different between himself and the actual character is self-doubt. Pierce Brosnan has self-doubt. James Bond does not. And of course, it's a fictional character, of course. But I thought that video made a lot of sense when it came to relating to this video I'm making for you right now when it comes to self-doubt. Yes, on TV, we want to see larger than life characters. We want to emulate them. Guys who are very strong, women who are very strong, very courageous, have a lot of confidence, don't doubt themselves very much, and that's great, that's wonderful, because that's what we want to be, right? And yeah, we can get to that point, but we don't get to that point without going through self-doubt first. And we need that self-doubt. If you're going into a situation, or you're going into a new job, or you're getting into a new relationship, or you're pursuing something you want to pursue but it's actually making you a little bit nervous, and you're starting to doubt yourself a little bit, those nerves and self-doubt can make you perform better than going in with total confidence. Because going into a situation with no fear, no self-doubt, no confidence, you're going to go into that situation with a little bit of an ego. And depending on what you're doing, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you got to separate your ego. And that self-doubt is going to be able to check your ego at the door. And you're going to need that. And you're going to have to be able to detach yourself from that ego and realize that you may feel great, you may feel confident, but you're going to have those moments, and you need those moments of self-doubt. Because whether it's yourself, your own insecurities, or someone's going to come along and check you. Someone's going to come along and give you a different perspective of things and show you, hey, maybe you're not as great and awesome and qualified for this job as you think you are, and here are a few things you may have missed, and here are a few things you may have not seen that actually you maybe need to improve on yourself. Because confidence in anything, it takes time to build. It takes time. I started jiu-jitsu maybe 3 months ago. Yeah, I had self-doubt walking in, but despite that self-doubt and that fear, I still did it. And it took 3 months of developing a certain level of confidence. But that took my ability to push through my self-doubt. Because especially if you go into a martial arts gym like jiu-jitsu and you go in there thinking you know everything, you don't know shit, man. Don't know anything. And having that self-doubt and that fear is going to make you come in and walk into that situation with a different approach. With less ego, be more humble, be more coachable. Yes, I'm here to learn. Instruct me, and I'll do what you need me to do. And that's it. We're going into a situation with a lack of self-doubt, a lack of confidence. You're going to be checked. And depending on where you go, of course. And that checking of the ego is going to be necessary. Always going to be necessary. No human being who's ever walked this earth, unless you're a complete narcissist, but aside from that, but no person who's ever walked this earth ever was sure of themselves over everything they've done. It's not possible. We would like to think that. It's a great idea. I just want to feel confident. I want to feel sure of myself. But that takes work. That takes pain to go through. That takes a lot of anguish to go through to get to that point. And you can't just type in some sort of cheat code and give you self-confidence and be able to stop doubting yourself. You've got to be able to be okay to doubt yourself, but being able to push yourself into that situation that makes you nervous despite that self-doubt, depending if it's something that you actually want to do. When I was a kid, I was a young boy, I always hated new situations. I hated being in a situation I've never done before. It always made me really, really, really uncomfortable. I didn't want to do it. So whether it was primarily with my mother that would push me into situations that she knew was good for me. And I put up a fuss. I was resistant at first, but eventually I tried this thing that made me uncomfortable, I didn't want to do, and I had a great time, and a great experience, and I made new friends. And I'm glad I did it. But as an older man now, I understand that I still have that. I still have that part of my brain that doesn't like new situations, but I understand that if it's something that I know that I want to do, I'll have that self-doubt. I push myself through it. Because I've done this a million times, I've done this routine over and over again, I know what it's like. If it's something I want to do and I have self-doubt about doing it, screw it, I push myself into it anyway, and I do it. I'll always feel better when I come out the other end. And that's where confidence gets built. You can't escape that self-doubt. You cannot escape being unsure of yourself, especially in a situation you've never done before. So this whole talk about just be sure of yourself. It's okay. You got this. Yes, eventually you will. You will feel like you got this. But you will doubt yourself. You will be unsure of yourself. That's the reality. And people telling you, oh, well, you shouldn't doubt yourself. You should be confident. Yes, of course. But the part that I disagree with is you won't be confident of yourself right away. That takes time to build. That takes a lot of work. You will doubt yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. The only thing I would say would be wrong with it is you back out of a situation that you know you want to do because that self-doubt is too overwhelming. If that is the case, and you know it's something you want to do, but that self-doubt is so goddamn overwhelming for you that you can't push yourself forward, best strategy, little incremental steps at a time. Little baby steps. Okay, I'm nervous. Take one step. All right. Go collect yourself, go breathe, come back to it, do another step, and then do another one, and then do another one, and then do another one. Little incremental steps, and over time, you'll be less nervous, you'll be less unsure of yourself, you'll have less self-doubt, and your confidence will build from there. But that self-doubt, stop trying to escape it, try to convince yourself to be confident. You cannot force yourself and convince yourself to be confident. It takes time to build. It's like a pyramid, brick by brick, and over time you will be confident and you will overcome that self-doubt. And it'll take a lot of time, but you'll get there eventually. And on that note, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do me a big favor and like, comment, and subscribe. Help build this channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.